Hey everyone, it's Andrew Bryanton back here with my next video blog, and today I want to get into a few topics that definitely come into running a fair bit, and that is motivation and emotion and inspiration. Really three key ingredients to keep you going, to keep you, on those cold days when you don't feel like running. You need some of those key ingredients. And how do you harness that? How do you draw on that? Some days it's quite easy to do, other days it's not. And really, this video is about you watching another video. So I'm going to leave it in my comments, the website for it, the YouTube page for it, and not just because I don't know how to put it into my video as of yet. I'll work on that, but please watch this video. Some of you have already seen it. If you have, great, watch it again. It's definitely a tearjerker. It's tough not to shed a few tears after watching it, and I hope it does inspire you. It's about Team Hoyt, so Dick and Rick Hoyt. Just to give you a quick 1-minute summary of what the video is. Basically, a father and his son. His son has, I believe it's cerebral palsy, is disabled. Back many years ago, he was told, like the common advice at that time, to put him in an institution, lock him away. He'll be nothing more than a vegetable. That was what he was told. And he chats with his wife, and they decide to take him home and raise him up as he should. They thought that was the right thing to do, and that's what he did. And he goes on into later in life, and the father, Dick, has a heart attack, and basically his son sees a race for a disabled person, and he wants his dad to wheel him around the wheelchair in it. And Dick, being the father and wanting to recover from his heart attack and get in better shape, he decides to do that. And what that snowballs into is eventually he's taking his son through marathons and Ironmans, and just incredible, absolutely incredible. And just even to touch on an Ironman, to even do it alone yourself is unbelievable. But when you have to, like an Ironman, just to give you an idea, if you don't know, is a 2.4 mile swim. It's a 112 mile bike ride and a full marathon 26.2 mile run, all together back to back. And just think about swimming, and he basically has to pull along his son in a dinghy for 2.4 miles. Now everything else, the bike ride and the running, is incredible, just being able to do that. But just think about pulling someone that's 110 pounds in a dinghy behind you for 2.4 miles. I mean, just doing that alone is, I couldn't do that just alone right now. There's no way I could do that. So I guess my point of this video is a few things. Sometimes we put limits on our body and we think, oh, I can't do that, I'll be injured or whatever. And sometimes that's the case. You don't want to overdo it, but at the same time, think about this guy. I never really took it fully to heart, this video, and I watched it many years ago. I never took it fully to heart until I started trying to push my 30-pound daughter in a stroller up a hill, like with wind, and I'm like, I can't even do this for 5 kilometers. How's this guy able to do this for a full marathon after pulling him in a dinghy and taking on a 112 mile bike ride? I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible what the body can do. And I guess my conclusion is the body can do whatever it's used to. Obviously, Dick Hoyt didn't go from sitting on the couch to doing Ironmans. He didn't, and that's not how it works. But it's a gradual snowball thing where you just keep getting momentum. I'm sure he's had injuries along the way, but he's kept momentum going, and look at what he's done. And I've labeled this video, could this be the meaning of life? And the reason why I've done that is for a few reasons. Just think about what would have happened if the father, Dick, put Rick in an institution like he was recommended to at the time. Think about, well, first of all, think about his life. He probably would have died of a heart attack because he wouldn't have got into the shape. I don't think he would have. But he did what was right, and look at the huge impact he's had. The inspiration that he's had on so many lives. You'll see in this video, a father writes a letter, and I'm sure there's, for the thousands of letters that they've got, there's probably hundreds of thousands of lives that they've, if not millions of lives that they've inspired. I mean, the videos alone have gotten millions of views. So the impact, the change that this father has had and son have had on the world is unbelievable. And it comes down to, he did what was right. He didn't put his son in an institution. He did what he was right for his son, and took him out on races because he felt like he wasn't disabled. And look at the huge impact that he's had and all the inspiration. And I guess this, for me, just shows a little glimpse of what life is really about. And he's not perfect. I'm definitely not perfect. You're not perfect. We make mistakes, of course we do. But if you can, in those key moments, we all always need to do what's right. If, it's not going to happen, but we always need to try to do what's right. But especially in those key moments, if you do what's right, you harness the Holy Spirit that lives inside of you. It does. It lives inside of all of us. And by harnessing it inside of us and doing what's right, we can help others out, and we can make this world a better place. And to me, it's as simple as that on what life is really about. I could be dead wrong, but this video really gives a good glimpse of inspiration, of just changing the world for better, for positive, doing what's right. And I'm not really going to draw any more analogies to running, because you don't have to. It's so much more than that. But just take a look at that video. Hopefully that will inspire you. It's inspired me. I mean, I keep watching it, and I have a tough time not shedding a few tears throughout it. And it's just one of those things where, like I said, I think if there can't be any more better of a definition to the true meaning of life than that. Looking at that, the love for his son, and he said it best, I just want to be the best dad I could be for him, and I love my family, and it could be as simple as that. So take a look at the video, and hopefully that'll motivate you and inspire you and change the world. Bye, everyone.